It's looking much more like a car, isn't it? Hi guys,
We're back.
Brett here from Hearns Hobbies, and I'm joined by Simon, and we are building a YZ4-SF2, mate. Come on, spit it out. Don't be so quiet. This is episode 2.
I was going to say something else, but I thought I'd just give the viewers a bit of a break first.
Yeah, truth be told, we won't be able to show you up the rest of the night. So we've got this awesome car here. This is going to be young Nathan's car.
Yeah, who's hiding in the background here somewhere.
Potentially.
Yeah.
He's a bit camera shy.
Yeah,
He definitely doesn't take after you in that regard, does he?
Wouldn't know what you're talking about.
So we've got his car here. This is episode 2. Let's jump right in.
I had that nice and square, and you've just moved it again. And what's this garbage you've stuck there?
I don't know, mate. It's your build. Let's go. What step we're up to? Where's that? Show the punters the instructions. What are you doing? We don't even know
where
what
we finished. We finished with basically the diffs.
Yeah. Well, we opted not. We're waiting for the.
We're not putting the slipper in.
We're not putting the slipper in.
We're going because
no slippers for now.
No slippers. The slippers they're a bit bald, no fur.
No, they're worn out.
Yep. We will be going a gear diff in the centre.
Gear diff.
When you get one in for us.
Yep. Not a ball diff?
No.
A gear diff in the centre.
Yep.
Alright, it's waiting for our next shipment to come in.
So we will be starting on the page following bell crank installation.
I love a good bell crank. Are we going to put some go fast bits in it?
In the bell crank?
In the bell crank.
There might be one or two little bits that we might change around.
Yeah?
Yep.
Oh, well, talk us through it, mate. Don't keep me guessing. Now's not time to get organised.
I'm just moving some stuff, and we're just tipping this out. You can have that.
I'll have that one.
So we'll just unpack. We'll unpack the steering because this is what we're going to do next. Is the steering assembly.
All right. Do we need 0.1 mil shims?
I'm just going to unpack.
What are we doing?
The actual, not the.
You don't want the bearings?
No, not yet. Not yet.
These flange bearings, they're... Ooh, what have we got? Steering goodies.
Don't need the screws.
I'm feeling very inadequate. Every time
We will want the spacers though, please.
Spacers?
Yeah, see that spacer in that packet? Because we're going to run tie screws. We're going to keep continuing using the tie screws.
Titanium ones?
Titanium!
Unobtainium titanium.
See this part here? We don't need that either, throw it away.
What's this bit?
That's the steering butt that goes on here, but we've got a new one.
Got a new one?
In the Berserk bag.
Ooh. What's Berserk?
You've got that hidden there somewhere, the Berserk bag. Can I have the snippers to clean this up too?
Of course you can. Got your 9-step snippers here, mate.
Yeah. It won't take me 9 steps to do it though. It'll just take one.
One step?
Yeah.
One step wonder.
Yeah.
Not like Stevie Wonder.
Look at that.
What did you do?
Just, like off the Christmas tree, the little daggy piece, Just getting rid of that.
Precision machinery.
Yeah.
Oh, hard anodised. Oh, aluminium. Beautiful
That's the
finish.
steering post.
Is it?
Yeah. If you didn't know that.
I thought it might have been. And this here is the bell crank.
No, it's the drag link.
Drag link.
If you want to talk about it in a real context.
Drag link.
Yep.
Alright.
Well, what else would you call it?
I don't know.
Just-
I don't know. I'm lost for words. Don't go quiet on me.
I'm not going quiet.
You said one step. Now you've gone all quiet on me.
Just clean those two parts up.
Well,
don't need the snippers, but we need the...
Berserk bag.
Yes, you can open that.
Can I?
You can have the stickers too.
No. I cut them by mistake.
Well, you're not having them anyway.
I'm not fast enough. I'm not approved.
So you'll find the... Does that look like the part we need? That doesn't look like it either.
That one?
That looks like it. Where's the old one? Sounds like a bit of roadkill out there.
They've come for your dinner, mate.
Yeah.
What are we looking at? See you, Beach.
Bye-bye.
Off he goes.
See ya, BJ.
What are we looking at?
The one for 2 holes is the kit version.
Let me get right in there.
You get right into it.
So, 2 holes, we're calling this one?
2 holes.
Yep.
Okay, and if you go off what the kit says, it says to mount the ball stud in the closest hole to the centre, or to the centre axis, which will actually make the steering very fast.
I like fast steering.
But you can't drive, so I don't know why you like it. So, when I first tested the car, we instantly went to the outer hole, which felt better. And then I had Paul at Berserk make several different versions of this,
Yes.
where we moved that hole. We had one where we had like 3 holes, but I kept breaking them because there wasn't enough material there, like the load and the twist.
And probably hitting things.
No,
No?
not at all. I never hit anything.
No.
No, not unless it's necessary.
Oh, so you've gone out a bit further.
Yes, another hole.
Another hole. Yeah?
Yeah.
And you've left all the meat there.
Left all the meat there.
None of the bone, all the meat.
So if you actually look at it...
Hang on, put it up. Go this way, mate. There you go. Look. Come down a bit.
Can you focus that?
I'm out of focus.
You just focus it. There you go.
I can't, it's too close, mate. I can't get focus there. You are absolutely ruining this show. That is the maximum amount of focus I can do.
Well, it's about half a hole extra.
It's not very much, is it?
It's actually probably 3/4, to be honest. It's not. It's a little bit more than half a hole.
Yep.
But it makes a world of difference in how the car behaves.
Well, that's what we're after, isn't it?
Yeah. So
what have we got?
we don't need that one anymore. That's the old one.
That's the old one?
Yep.
I'll put that in my spares kit.
Will you?
Why not?
You're gonna take that and keep it.
Well, I'll probably break it.
You wouldn't have to, because I just fitted your car up with the new version.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's swell. Whoa! I like the way that snapped then.
So just
That is beautifully machined, isn't it?
yeah.
It doesn't look like you've made it at all, like all the holes line up.
That's rude.
It is... What?
That's just rude.
No, I'm just saying Paul knows what he's doing. I'm not saying rude at all. Do you want a 2mm driver?
No. I've
What
got
have you
one.
got there?
2mm.
You got your M8s?
Yep.
Alright, what are we into?
We're just putting the tyre screws in because we're on a diet.
We're taking all the lard out of it. It's not going to be a little piggy, this thing. Do you want me to do it?
Yep, I'm going to find the other screws, okay?
Alright. Well, I'll let you do that. Beautiful plastics.
You all sorted?
I'm getting there.
That's awesome. That's just wonderful to hear.
I actually am thinking that I might change drivers though. I do like the 9 steps ones. They're a bit fresher.
Bit fresher, are they? They
Yeah.
turn a bit faster.
They're just a bit fresher, mate. You know what I mean by you just feel it in the... You just get that little bit of over rotation.
No. No, I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean.
Come on. Let's not be silly. This is going to be a performance car. Look, I'm going to put the new driver in there. Look. Oh.
It's only got like about 6 inches of backlash.
No. The other one was like rotating into the screw head.
Okay, sweet. Well, there we go. That's one half of, one bell crank.
Bell crank.
Yep.
Dingle dingle. What does the book say now, mate?
It's saying, job's done, go home.
Feels like it sometimes.
We need the ball stud,
Ball stud.
2mm spacer, and then obviously a nut that goes underneath. And the ball stud...
Are these the little bearings or big bearings? Big bearings.
The big bearings are for this.
Yep.
The little bearings are for...
And so the big
The
bearings,
centre
what are they?
link, they call it.
Centre link.
I call it drag link because that's what I was taught when I first joined the automotive industry.
Drag link.
Yes.
Yeah, but you didn't do it in Japan. They probably refer to things different names.
Really?
I'd say.
So we just pop the 2 bearings in. There's nothing special about that. There's no shims, there's no spacing. They just go into the 2 plastic units.
And these flange bearings can go in?
The flange bearings need spaces in between them. So you got
In between them.
Yeah, so you got...
In between them?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
So you'll have the bottom one, and then you'll have the top one. So you'll have one... it's saying...
One shim?
I'm just reading the book.
I just want to make sure it's right. I want to make sure that young Nathan's capable of driving in a straight line.
Really? I don't think it would matter how his car is, because it doesn't get time to think about going in a straight line.
Nah, it's pretty loose, isn't it?
He's just got it wicked everywhere.
Loose as fast.
Yeah. So there's 2 thickness shims. What have you got there?
Now you've come out with the thickness shims. Is there really 2 thickness shims?
Yes, it's saying 3 by 0.1 and 3 by 0.3. And you've just mixed them up, haven't you?
Well, they're in the same packet, but yes.
So where's the 0.1s? I thought they were in a different...
That's a 0.3.
Yep. You need a 0.3.
And this one here is...
You should have...
Lost on the floor.
Already?
Yeah.
Have we got 4 0.3s and 2 0.1s? That's what I think you should have.
No.
You don't.
I've actually got 3 in total.
You're just about thrown the bearing on the floor.
I thought they'd given me a spare one.
What's that?
Not bearing.
Shim.
So I've got 4 shims here. So you're saying I should have...
Hang on, I'll just tell you exactly how many it's supposed to be. The 0.3s there's supposed to be 4 of.
Yep.
And the 0.1s there's supposed to be 2 of. I thought the 0.1s were in a different packet, to be honest. Marked 0.1. I've got no more to say. Now, I assume you're going to mix them up with the point.
You can tell the difference, mate. If you can't tell the difference... So what am I putting in?
So in between
Yes.
the top and bottom bearing, you need a 0.1 and a 0.3. One of each.
Okay.
On each side. Can you handle that?
I can.
You sure?
I am trying, mate.
We know that.
I am trying.
You've been trying for a long time.
I'm not sure how you want me to answer that, but yeah. Yep, that's true. Nath, you alright?
He's a bit quiet over there.
No, he was choking on something.
Oh.
The subway.
Maybe a dirty rat. There was something running around the floor the other day.
They've come back from Queensland, haven't they? What?
Okay. So,
Point 1's going. Point 3's going top.
then we put the 2 screws,
Yeah.
and then you drop the other 2 shims on there.
Are we going to touch? I'm holding your hand. This is a bit awkward and uncomfortable.
Just control yourself.
I don't want to
okay?
get excited.
Nan's got to watch the late night TV show on her own tonight, so...
Do you want me to get this started? Put this one through. I'll show you how we do it.
Really? Like that?
Come on. Don't lose those shims. We'll be in a pickle of shims. Shim pickle.
Wow.
Do, 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 do.
Jesus.
Come on, mate. Cheer up. It's going to be the funnest thing you've done all day.
Is it?
Yep.
Really?
Next to choking. How was your salad, by the way?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. There's some
Yeah.
funny green things in there I just couldn't really identify, but anyway.
Just caterpillars. I think that's an upside down. I think you're fine.
Who stuck that in there?
Are you right?
Look at that.
Is that the steering bell crank assembly?
Not yet. We've still got to put the
What's it? Got 4 holes there for?
Ackermann
Adjustment.
Ackermann.
Is that something that you play with a lot?
See
There
these
was some
plates.
like that.
See the plates here. The steering plates that bolt out
Yeah.
on the. Let's just hypothetically draw that they're like there's an A arm. Okay, these are your steering plates that turn like that.
Yep.
Okay, and then you got your turnbuckle that goes from there across to this.
Yes.
When you change this specification of distance in millimeters and angle and stuff, it runs in relevance to these holes here with your Ackermann.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how you get the car to be. So there's a formula. Paul's done it for us. We run our cars with a true 100% Ackermann, which should make the car feel really smooth and linear, and it does. It makes the four drive kind of loses that aggressive aggro bite. Okay. because it's really out of the kit. If you just built this car straight out of the box with all the standard parts as per the kit, you would say thing is just an animal in the front end. It's got so much steering. Really, really pointy and aggressive. It's almost like the back end's not even connected with the car. It doesn't keep up. So when you fix up a few of these things, it dulls the front of the car down a little bit more. Makes it just a little bit more planted on the track. Like feels a little bit slower, a bit subdued, but it actually feels more on point because you're not kind of turning in, then turning back, then turning in and turning back. Fighting the car. So it works really, really well. So the Ackermann is something that is really important on this car to get it right.
Yeah.
If you don't get it right, you're going to say, "Oh, the car's crap" or whatever. And they've all got their issues. I mean, the Associated had problems with their Ackermann and their B74s and stuff like that. Every car, when it gets developed and built, it's always. Well, I would assume and think that it's always developed and worked around a pro driver to give the best feedback back.
Mm-hmm.
But not everyone can drive the way that pro driver drives.
Speak for yourself.
I am.
And what are you saying?
Nothing.
I've seen you drive, mate. I reckon you're pretty pro.
Nah.
No?
No. Just lucky sometimes. Some days I have a good race, some days I have a bad race. Just lucky.
But you have fun the whole time.
Oh, I just go, yeah.
Yeah? Is that what we're doing?
So we need some tapered head screws to put the two posts. The two aluminium posts we're going to stick onto the chassis.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
This particular thing, I use steel screws on these two posts.
I would.
Okay, so there should be a little packet of steel screws floating around here somewhere. And I'm just going to tip them out. Because I wanted that spacer I asked you about before, but you're too busy. And
that one?
No, this one here.
Where's the 2.3s gone?
The 2.3s?
Yeah.
What 2.3s?
Don't we have to put them? Oh no, sorry, we've used them. That.
Do you know what's going on here?
Yeah. Do you want some Loctite?
Nope.
No Loctite?
No Loctite.
No Locky Tidy?
Nope.
Are you going to check that after every run?
Yes, we do. They will come loose. Definitely will come loose. And
there's a lot of flex around
Nathan will explore every avenue of this car falling apart. There'll be no part untested.
Untested?
Yeah. But what I found is they come loose a few times, and then it's like the screw seats into the anodizing or wears into the anodizing of the chassis.
Yep.
And they stop coming loose. You nip them up a few times, and all of a sudden they stop coming loose. And I just don't Loctite into aluminium.
Don't like it?
No. Just I would rather get used of constantly checking it than actually not being able to get it out or undone.
Drill it out.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll just
go along with this. Do you know which way that goes on?
No, do you?
I've got one pre-built that I can have a look if I can't see the instructions.
Well, would you like me to show you the instructions? Well, you're looking at the instructions, I'm just going to put it on.
Oh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I can see the way that it's designed perfectly around the front of the gearbox housing there.
Look at that.
It's not an awful lot of throw, is it, out of the servo?
Now, you imagine if that hole was further in, the less distance it would be travelling.
Wow.
Do you see why
Yeah.
So, there's a reason why we've... So
how smooth are those bearings?
You just go from...
Gosh.
So, we've got this point here.
Yes. Zoomy.
You zoom in. So, you imagine, if you want to watch... You imagine that's a straight line there.
Yep.
Okay, so... The distance this travels from here out to full lock.
Yeah.
There, but as that straight line comes in on an angle, the holes come in. So it's less distance. It's actually travelling less distance to get the full lock.
Uh-huh.
So when you're travelling less distance means it's quicker on the control of the wheel. You're turning the wheel and all of a sudden the car's at full lock. So it'll feel like it's over-exaggerating the speed of the steering. So by moving this hole out actually changes the servo speed function into how quick the steering actually works.
Yep.
So that's the reason that was done.
I like it.
Okay, you like you're all warm and fuzzy over that.
I approve.
Wow.
I approve of the direction that you're headed with the development of the car. What do you want me to say?
See those two shims? They just locate on top of on top of the bearings.
Yep.
And then
not underneath.
Well, they're just to take up the slack when we put the carbon bar on the top, or the carbon plate.
Plenty of slack in this car at the moment. Get those screws in, mate.
Now,
are we putting a body post on there?
I was about to get to that.
Oh.
Okay, before I was so rudely interrupted. Tie screws here.
Really?
Yes.
Into alloy?
Into alloy.
I think you're a madman.
They're not load bearing at the top. Not like down the bottom.
I've seen what this car's going to do, mate. It's going to be load bearing.
What can I say?
I'm not sure. Up.
Alright, just throwing a rod.
In the hole, mate. Now look at the 9 steps. Have you ever noticed that on the back of the driver?
Yeah. S6. Says S6.
Does it?
Yeah.
No.
It says S6.
I think it says 9S. 9
no, that says S6.
S6?
Yeah.
That says 9S.
Oh, geez, you're difficult.
You like it?
That's really, really good.
Thank you.
Now, getting
You're
back
welcome.
to your question on body post.
Body post.
So, body post would normally go there, but I don't run it because what I do is I stick a square piece of foam on here.
Yeah.
So the body rests on that. It doesn't get torn on that because I Velcro all the way down the side. Okay, and by putting... It works out about 8mm high. Then the body, when it comes down, rests on that, and it should work perfectly the right height for when it velcros onto the body. So, yeah, sometimes when you put the body on, sometimes you can go down too low, and then you've got to rip it off and bring it up. So, on the back one, when we do the back one, we put the mount.
You cut the little knob off?
I cut the little knob off and leave it flat.
Yep.
And just what I do then is I'll put some sticky foam, like the smooth, and then just trim it up. So
battery foam,
it also stops the body scratching, and it just sets the height, rests the height for the battery. I mean for the body. Sorry, not the battery.
Battery's over here, mate.
Yeah, battery's no, it's not even here yet. What's next, mate?
Shock towers.
Really? I thought we hadn't finished.
Well, hang on. I thought you were.
I thought you jumped
the
the gun.
way that you were saying it feels so silky smooth. There's some balls to go underneath there before they get attached to the chassis.
So
that's a bit awkward, isn't it?
Yes, it is a little awkward. You clearly
have not followed the instructions whatsoever.
No. So.
And you're going to put a ball stud under there?
Would you mind?
We need 4mm of ball
Would you
studs.
mind, because we don't have these parts with us, but would you mind getting your car?
Potentially.
So we can show on this steering rack what...
I like the way you put the foam on my car. That's good. Save me wrecking the body.
Yeah, no. I did it on the back, but I didn't do the front.
Typical.
So,
Half job, Harry.
So here's Brett's car. And on the steering... Can you zoom in on that at all, Brett?
I would absolutely zoom in on that. What are we looking at?
Can you see there? So, Paul at Berserk.
Yep. Got a big chunk of carbon fibre in there, isn't it?
We've copied the shape of the steering rack at the top with the 4 holes in it.
Yep.
And made a carbon plate that represents 3mm.
Can we get in there? There we go. Get your pointer in there, mate.
So this there, it represents 3mm. Okay? I glue that to the rack. So basically it's plus 3mm. So you don't have all these spaces on the ball stud. And the ball stud doesn't
flex and potentially break the drag link.
Yes, so the ball stud with that spacer you get a lot of flex on that one point.
Yep.
Just with those washers, where this you don't have that flex on one point. It's just got so much more structural bracing and strength there. Okay, and with the setup we run, you actually don't need to add or do it because it works out really good with the Ackermann, etc., etc.
Yep.
Okay, so we don't have those parts, but I will get them and do that later.
So for the moment, we're just going to use.
For the moment, we will use the kit.
Washers.
Componentry.
Which is a 3mm and a 1mm.
I need a nut.
Nut. You're probably going to need a nut driver. 5.5 mil?
5.5 mil, please.
5.5 I've got here, would that do?
No, 5.5.
Is it the short ball or the long ball?
Long one.
Did you put the small spacer towards the...
Top. Big spacer on first. Followed by the secondary by the...
Oh.
It's hard to get good help.
It's hard to get any
But
help.
we'll endeavour to find some somewhere.
No. I'm beyond help. Oh, now you want me to do this bit as well?
Of course I do.
Thank you, good sir. Doing that for that?
Yep.
I'm not getting involved anymore. There was an awkward touch. There was electricity. Shims were flying everywhere.
Elon Musk is on his way.
He wants to put a bill in.
He's a bit worried about the batteries in South Australia.
Is he?
Yeah.
Look at it. Shockwaves. Just put it in that. Yeah. Yeah. Just. Oh. Uh-oh. What happened? It's all got a bit much.
It's a bit dodgy.
It's a bit dodgy.
That's the spacer I was looking for.
That one, the 2 mil one.
Yeah, that one.
You've created such a kerfuffle about a 2 mil spacer.
I need another nut.
Here you go. That would have been really handy to put that on before.
You reckon?
I've got just the tool for you.
Yeah, right.
This Ackermann flat spanner that will get right in there. 5.5 mil.
Wow.
What?
Really? It'll just get right in the slot.
Yep.
The money slot.
Yeah, right in there. Do you want me to hold it?
You put it in this money slot.
Alright. Look at that. Oh, don't break it.
Look at that. Now, do you think we're done with the steering? I reckon we're pretty much done.
Got this bit. We've got that bit. Yep, I'd say so. I think we are. No body post.
In the kit, you notice the position they put the balls in the rack
Forward most.
is forward. We don't run it forward. Actually, we'll go up to the top here where it shows better. It runs. If you think of the hole closest to the back of the car as number 1,
yep,
and the hole at the front being number 4.
That's so much. I've just zoomed right in and
Yep,
thrown you off your game. There we go.
You can see the picture here that the Yokomo put in. We run number 1. It's just.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's the smoothest steering.
That's the smoothest, is it?
Yes. Okay. Just an FYI for you, mate.
I
Just to help you out. I know it can be a little confusing at times. Anyway, moving on. Towers.
Towers.
The twin towers.
Are we using these ones?
Yes.
These are berserkles.
Yes.
Yep.
Once again, these are our towers that we run. We don't run the kit towers.
No.
Um,
And that is because they got different holies.
They have got different spacings and stuff, but the other thing is I don't like those little inserty things. I lose them too easy when I'm changing the ball stud. You know, like I just, yep. So I've had Paul make new towers. So we've got 3 adjustments in the bottom here for the camber link.
Yep.
Okay, and we've done the same on the front. We've got 3 adjustments. We also have altered the distance between there and there over the standard tower as well.
Make them a bit shorter.
Yeah, we went out wider to shorten the camber link up just to make the car a bit nicer through the turns.
There you go.
Okay. So
You right over there, mate?
he's
all right. He's eagerly awaiting his new car for
now
Sunday.
we need some insulators.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Can you find some insulators?
They would be in bag number 13, if I'm not mistaken. And if they're in the box, Mr. Healy, there's going to be trouble.
That's not my problem.
What do we got?
Well, I'm just chucking the. I'm going to chuck the screws on the towers, and you're gonna do the quality control and just check them and make sure they're tight. All right?
Toy like a toy gun.
So you need those.
I'll have these.
We're starting off with a standard middle shock hole position.
Is that so? I'm just going to zoom in here a bit so we got a bit more.
So I run the steel screws on the shock tower for the shock mounts.
Really?
Yes.
I'm surprised.
Because titanium ones bend and break, snap. Steel is the most reliable. Even if you do tweak or bend it.
You'll usually finish the race, won't you?
That's correct, and then you just replace it.
I think one of the biggest things is actually when they come loose, because they develop that bit of movement and slop and leverage. So if you keep them nice and tight, unless you go nose darting into the container
or into the pipes and stuff, or just do a front arm check like you like to do.
Front arm check?
Yeah, front arm check.
What's a front arm check?
Well, you just smash it into something, see if the front arm's going to stay there.
I've heard of a brake check. I haven't said it. You know, the best is when you see that car limping around with like 3 shocks on it, still doing well. Hey?
Oh, the one that's just like doing
That's the
laps
best.
and still in front of.
Still in third.
Still.
Still would have been in front of me, wobbling around with 3 shocks on.
Yeah.
Lapping. Like, get out of it.
Yeah.
Huh? All winky wonky coming down the straight. What have we got here? Oh, more.
Yeah, we haven't finished yet. The quality control's still going, mate. So you show the viewers that little duver part that I'm talking about. I don't like.
Why not? This is the little offset hat.
Yes, it changes the height.
Why don't you like that?
Because as soon as you undo it, it pops out and you lose it.
Okay. And that usually sits in the shock tower.
Well, yeah, because it's eccentric, so you can have it up
how you adjust
or down.
your roll centre.
Yes,
somewhat.
And I think it's just too excessive, too many parts.
So you simplified it.
Yep.
By just making a little bit more carbon.
I wanted to change the tower anyway, so I just incorporated what I wanted with that as well. So we go for a low roll centre in the front. That is the ball start up high. And on the rear, we go with high roll centre.
How much difference is there?
One's high and one's low.
Okay. No, but across the plane, how much?
I actually haven't got those specs to tell you. Yeah.
Because I know in like on-road terms or whatever, you might have generally 1.5 mil difference front to rear.
Yeah.
There you go.
How's
Shock
that?
towers assembled.
The other thing I've noticed...
Where's the body mount?
No, hang on. The other thing I've noticed with the rear tower...
Mm-hmm. This one?
Yep. And the wing mount...
Yes.
Tie screws don't hold in the plastic very well.
I think the thread's not as sharp.
No, it does not bite, and it makes the actual tower like pull off or lean off the back of the tower. So once again...
You lose the feel. What I've actually done in the past, not on my SF2, but I've actually planed it down flat on the back end, put a nut on the back, and screwed it with a nut, and that sucker is going nowhere.
Can you clean the dag up, please?
I can do that for you.
Yeah. Okay. Well...
Have you seen that done before?
It's a bit excessive.
No, it's not.
Just don't crash.
They don't call me wingman for nothing. Doesn't look right. You're hard work sometimes,
wow.
Mr. Healy. Do you want me to tap that thread?
Nope.
I haven't got my thread tapper here anyway. That's actually,
what's it at home, is it?
It is.
What have you been sneakily doing at home?
What have I been working on?
Yeah.
I've actually put the carpet box, the LC box, in a 2-wheel drive, which has been really cool.
Yep.
And after doing it, it's not something that I'd like to do trackside.
I have
I have
gearboxes assembled.
It's quite involved, and especially I like to use a bit of lubricant on my idler gears and stuff. So once you've split the casing, you don't want to have dirt and grime around for that scenario.
Can you remove the button?
Said button.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep. Off with the button. Oh, just shoot me in the face.
No, sharp nippers don't shoot. Oh, excuse me while I get the Sharpie cutty out. I like this new mat. Do you like it? I'm just whittling down this little body mat for you.
Yeah.
To make sure that it's nice and clean.
What length screw do we need?
That's
the bottom one for the...
That's going to be a 12 mil button head.
Got it here.
How do you know?
I've got it. I'm all over it.
That was quick.
Yeah. I'm right onto it. We're just...
Got my little sanding file here, mate.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that it's prepared properly. This is what Nan does with her nails.
Just checking what time Santa Claus is getting here.
He's not go. You wouldn't have seen Santa in a few years, mate.
Santa? No.
No, you get nothing but coal from that guy.
He hasn't come near me since the push bike incident.
No, he probably wouldn't.
I sent him a letter asking where's me
push bike?
Yeah, and I never got a response.
Yeah.
There you go, look at that.
Well, when you send his elves back with a limp, mate, there's no wonder he won't talk to you. You right over there? There's explosions and stuff going on in the background. Come on, Nath. Are you going to show us how it's done or what?
One.
He is becoming quite the mechanic these days.
2.
Won't be long before he's fixing your cars, mate.
He already has. He smashed it into the wall. Fixed it right up.
Yeah, that's what I do in the fastest lap. Sometimes, mate, you got to put it all on the line. So we got 12mm steel screws going in the front.
No,
or we're using tie screws.
We're going. We've been running ties for a while.
Into alloy on the front.
Yeah.
I think that's lunacy, but okay. Just saying, I just think it's lunacy.
Well, you can think whatever you like. Okay.
I do, but don't you want to hear it?
Hear what?
What I think?
No.
Oh, I didn't get that memo.
Can I have that screw back now?
This one?
Yeah, that goes in there.
I thought you were throwing it at me.
I was, but I was just seeing if they... Yeah.
Bounced. Are you going to have a moment? Do you like to do them up tight?
So, because they're in the plastic...
Yep.
Or on the plastic, not in, sorry. I nip them up until they're firm. Like you'll feel it just kind of sink in, I suppose, or settle into the plastic. And then I leave it and go, we do a run or two on them and see if they've actually come loose.
And squish up a bit.
Yeah, then we just, get the 3/4 impact going on them and see how tight we can get them.
And then they don't move.
That's right. With the new towers that Paul's made for me too,
yes,
we've actually made them so they fit tight around the bulkheads to give the bulkheads a little bit more structural strength too.
So there's none of that lateral play.
Yeah, so if you do bin it, we tried to make it so the original bulkheads don't break, but because we're running the big fat daddies,
Big Fat Daddy SF1 jobbies.
yep, we won't have any issues at all.
It's going to be built like a lightweight tank. Yeah?
Something like that.
Have you built a car to this spec before? All in one go? Because I suppose with these things, Simon, it's like an evolution, isn't it? Like these parts would have come about over the past year. You've been developing this car.
It's come about over...
And these parts are all commercially available now, aren't they?
Everything
They're
that
all
I do, there's
custom.
nothing unobtainable.
There's nothing hidden, there's nothing not talked about.
So, if you want to,
we'll make them up for anybody.
Yeah, so you just got to contact Paul and ask for those particular parts and he'll know what you're talking about. So...
The Healy Mac Daddy.
So there we
Whoa.
have...
It's looking much more like a car, isn't it? Because
It
with
is.
shock towers.
It is.
Let's get excited.
What's next?
Get excited. Oh, front steering knuckles.
The front end.
The front end. A point of contention. It's not. Is it?
What do you mean?
Well, there's a lot of talk about front ends and stuff, but just run it.
Front end.
Put it together.
Front end is just
Are
so
we using
important.
the standard caster blocks in this? I'm not using the 10-degree ones or some
No,
some
eights.
bizzo.
No, we run eights.
You've gone back to eights.
Eights. Thank you. You
You're
read
welcome.
my mind.
I've been an apprentice before, mate. I know what my role is.
You're right.
My role.
Oh.
Subway. Chicken with a lot. Bit of beetroot even. Put it in the toaster. Yummy.
And capsicum.
Oh,
Did you hear something there?
and capsicum.
And cucumber.
Yeah. I don't mind cucumber. I'm not scared of cucumber,
Yeah,
mate.
really?
Cucumber does not scare me.
You like a bit of cucumber, do you?
I don't mind a bit of cucumber. In fact, I encourage it.
Wow.
I suggest you get more cucumber in you.
Fair enough.
It's good for you.
No worries.
It's cucumber, the unsung hero.
Unsung hero. I've never heard so much blither in my life ever.
You just don't know what to do with it.
Absolute blither.
Come on, mate. That sounds like something Nan'd say.
Alright.
I'm just taking chunks out of these arms. Wow, how's the carbon reinforcement in there?
What about it?
It's good. Good quality plastic. It's not going to twist and buckle.
No, just
It's going to shear.
it'll just snap straight off when you nail or whatever you're.
Arm check coming through.
So the Yokomo drive shafts come pre-assembled.
Do you want some grease in there or oil or?
It's already got a little bit of lube in there.
Alright.
We actually run. We don't run
Lithium.
grease.
Oh, can I get the lithium grease out?
No, we do not run it
Why not?
because it's too yucky. It spits out and all this crap goes. We run that really thick CVD.
You know what I just did to my two-wheel drive?
You just loaded it.
I just used white grease.
Yeah, you're an animal.
Why? Got to keep it tip top. And the track that we race at is actually real. The dust is really low there,
It is.
so
Good.
it's not going to stick. I didn't smear it all over it. Not that I've rev tested it on the bench, but
So you got the two bearings in the hub. You got to put the spacer. You got to put the spacer in.
space
Don't
there.
forget the spacer between.
Crush tube. Can I call it a crush
You
tube?
can call it. That's what it's actually called.
Oh, is it?
Yep. So the crush tube's really important because if you don't, when you do the wheel nut up, you'll crush the wheel, or
Break
you'll
the
crush
steering
the
hub.
bearing. So
There's left ones and right ones.
yep. I'll leave you to do those, please.
Yep.
Which is, I've got to find some screws over
I
here.
love the front wheel nuts on these.
You do?
I do.
Why do you love them so much?
Because they've got a really nice serration.
They hang on well, don't they?
They do. They're really low profile and they don't look much.
But they do the job.
They do the job really well. You go, oh, these won't hold. We'll show it to the punters when we get it in there. And same with these little pinch screws. Like you think that you're not really doing them up tight, but these axle pins never come out.
Got a roll pin for me?
Got a roll pin.
So we.
Do you want the book? I feel that the car's in the way.
There probably is, but it doesn't really matter.
How are we looking?
So you can see in the manual here, the assemble, you can see the crush tube.
Let me come out of it.
I got the book in the wrong place again. You make
Is it too zoomed?
No, because
No?
I will.
You can position it while I'm
Yeah,
just assembling
there we
the good
go.
stuff.
So we've got the bearing we put in. This crush tube's vitally important that you don't forget that or miss it. If you do, you're in all sorts of trouble. We run the ball stud in the marked position. We don't change that on the Ackermann plate. Okay, and the rest of it just goes together. The steering hubs, you can see, they're marked right and left, which is good. So just
These ones?
no, not those ones.
Oh, not these ones?
No.
Let me come out again. We'll finish reading this bit. We've got 5mm hexes on the front of this.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, aren't we lucky?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's standard.
Oh,
What do you think? There's something else?
I think so, but it's been a...
Is that a 1.5?
There's a 1.5
You can
Yeah, the
you can get a
1.5.
4.3 mil hex
and a 6.
and a 6. We run 5s all round. Okay.
I run a 4.3 and a half mil shim because I think 4.8's a better. It just feels better.
Really? You can tell the difference. Sure.
I'm positive.
Yeah, I know you are. That's the
I probably have
that's,
one different on left and right.
That's the
Who knows?
definition of full of it.
I wouldn't say that. No, I definitely wouldn't.
What?
Know the difference. Have a look at these wheel nuts. These, and
Can
I
you stop-
recommend. Well, I'm just going to go on about them a little bit. I recommend these wheel nuts to anybody with even in on-road. These are really cool. These really bite. They're really low profile. There's no nylon lock, and they've got really well machined serration, so they lock onto your wheel.
You actually sound like you're a little excited about them.
Yeah, well, when you've played with as many wheel nuts as I have.
There you go. You can have a look at that. See, we just put 2 tie screws in it.
2 tight screws.
2 tie screws.
You know what I like most about tight screws, if I'm not being silly?
What's that?
They're
titanium.
They just look cool.
They do.
I don't know. They're just silver. And
You know, you've seen the what's the other ones? Is it the Performer or something? They look like UFO heads or something.
Yeah, the Racing Performer ones.
Yeah,
the tuning brand. They look factory.
They look awesome.
They do look really cool. They're quite exy though. But
yes.
If you're not doing much racing, or you really want to,
if it's all about image for you, they're the ones to have. Without a doubt.
It is. It's not enough just to be fast, mate. You got to look fast.
Correct.
The moustache says it all.
It's a bit like Biggles.
Biggles?
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Not sure. It sounds like a black and white show. Nan used to watch.
Yep. Nan used to cook some toast. We sit down for an episode of Biggles.
Yeah?
Yep.
What was your favourite one?
I don't know, when they shot the plane out of the sky and it just all went up in flames.
Now, is there short ones and long ones of these? They're all the same.
Are they?
Yeah.
Really? They're all the same.
Is that right?
Yes, that's right. Because the way it's designed is, I've got the left hand.
And I can tell that this is 8 degrees because it's actually cast here onto the steering hub.
That's correct. The older ones were not.
No.
Okay.
So it goes to show how much people have been playing with them. And these are all alloy, hard anodized as well.
Are you just doing it whichever way you feel like doing it? Like you're just like... or you following the book?
The book.
The book? Which way you going, mate?
The wrong way, I'm saying. Mm-hmm. There's a couple of ways you can have these, is that right?
That's right, it changes the roll centre.
So which way are you going? Is more importantly. Because I've got a feeling...
Have you? You've got a feeling?
That, you know, Kilo's got a really sharp right-hand section. So I run different roll centre on the right-hand side.
Gosh. Oh, wow.
Have you seen my car? It's got a stagger.
You've just heard it all.
It's got a stagger.
The hot setup. Is that the same as those match set of tyres Cold Trickle runs?
Yeah. I'm tipping that you're just copying me. You're just putting it together right.
I'm just getting these.
Oh. We had problems with the shin buckets in the last car.
Did we?
No? Took a few attempts to get the arms on.
No problems here. At all.
None?
No.
Whatsoever?
None. Not a single one.
What do you reckon, Nate?
I reckon he should come over and have a look at his car.
I reckon he should relieve me of... You coming? Where are you going?
You can't operate the camera.
You're not back there.
You're not qualified.
You're not BJ. Did I do that one right?
This one? Well, I'm just having a look-see. And guess what? You done alright.
Did I?
You did. You put the two hats in the right position, which runs that lower.
Yep.
Okay. And then if it's for super smooth carpet track, you would take them and swap them out and lift that up. Go for a higher roll centre. Okay? Even though Kilo is smooth and well, semi-smooth and fast.
I call it. It's fast when I'm on track.
It's still bumpy in spots. Still quite bumpy.
I don't call that bumpy.
Don't you?
That's character.
Character.
No. Oh, look at these drive shafts. They're really... Where's he gone? No, you scared him off. Right.
And there's the left.
Lefty.
Now, they're very smooth.
Now you can see that I've set the right and the left up distinctively different.
Oh yeah, this is like go fast, turn left.
That's right.
And what do you do?
LTO.
What do you do when you're going fast
LTO,
and turning
baby.
left?
Turn right.
Ah,
No?
right. Roger that.
Turn left. You gotta turn right.
Can we get some ball studs and spaces?
Yeah, of course we can. Here you go, mate. Help yourself. What would you like?
We need ball stud, 8mm thread
Yes.
with
Thread.
a 2mm black spacer on it.
Yes. Check.
Thank you.
Yes.
These are the Camber, the top Camber link mount ball studs.
Don't need nuts for these.
You don't?
Do you need nuts for these?
No nuts.
Just thread straight in.
Straight in, but you've got 2 holes, 2 positions.
Are we running long or short?
Short.
Ooh.
We're going short.
Doesn't that make the car angrier?
No.
Alright.
How can I make it angrier?
Well, because it's shorter. A bit more aggressive camber change.
It'll make the initial give you more feel, but it will not be as will not hang on to the corners mid and exit as much. Okay, you're jiggy with it.
I've got some arms here.
How about I put these ones on too? Seeing you're
I am having a look at the arms
really
and just trying to figure out
what's going on with them.
what's going on with it. You clearly haven't put the ball stud on this side.
What ball stud?
On the steering hoofer. On this one you have.
Yeah, it's not tight though. I've just smashed it on there.
This car's going to need some work.
No different to your car on a normal day.
On any given day.
Mm-hmm.
No, I actually spend a lot of time prepping my car before I get to the track, so hopefully when I'm at the track I don't
Nothing
have to,
goes wrong.
Hopefully.
Yep. It's a good way to be.
Hopefully.
Alright. So, what side have I got left? You got right? The good thing about the front arms is it doesn't matter which way you got them, they're both the same, left or right.
Is it?
Yeah, just flop them over. Bom, 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 bom.
So this is the right one. So we'll call
No, that's
it...
the left one.
It's the right one
No, that's the left one.
on the right side.
You got the pin. You see the grey spaces?
Hang on.
Grey spacer, pin, grey spacer, and then the hub.
Oh, the pins can go in from both sides.
Yeah, but I normally go from the back because that's where the spacer goes.
So which one's the back though?
That's the one at the back.
That's the curvy bit. Curvy bit goes at the back.
Yeah, the hole for the tower for the shock bolt is at the front.
Okay. So I'm going to put the spacer on.
This stuff's pretty straightforward. You won't really have any issues understanding or reading instructions. You notice that the spacer in the manual's at the front?
But we're running a short wheelbase.
No, we're running long wheelbase. We put the spacer at the rear.
Oh, it's at the rear of the... Yes.
Yes. Just to give the car that little bit more stability on the track.
And to help the front wheel stay on the ground.
Yep, stop that awesome wheel standing and all that kind of stuff. And
I don't know that I'd call it awesome. You know.
should have seen mine pulling wheel stands on the weekend. Did you see that?
You sound like such a bogan.
I'm bogan, eh?
I don't know that four-wheel drives are meant to pull wheel stands.
Mine does.
Fully sick.
Did you fully sick, alright?
Did you have the slipper in?
Yeah.
Did
I
you?
had to, yeah, I had to reduce the hashtag.
Reduce the hashtag.
The hashtag, I mean drag, sorry.
Here we go.
Can I have that, please?
Do not need to over tighten them, mate.
No.
They're not going to rattle
No,
loose.
they will not come loose.
And they're very easily stripped. Those little threads, those 2mm threads. Oh,
Oops.
just you want some drip? You want some super glue, mate? Keep it in there.
Tell you what,
Oh,
I'll just use the glue that Nan was using on her glasses.
yeah. Glasses glue is the best I've heard.
Look
Have
at
you
that.
ever run the double cardan drive on the front?
No, never.
Okay. Why?
It's just something else to go wrong.
It's true. I'd like to try them though, I'll be honest.
They reckon
I would
stock.
love to try 'em.
They reckon for stock it's really good. Lots of steering.
Because I know when we went in on-road from single to double, it made a huge difference to the cars.
In what respect?
The cars, they were much more smoother and flowing in high speed.
Through the corners.
High speed corners.
They didn't
That
bind.
lock.
They didn't bind.
That said, we've done... How many degrees steering lock have we got on this thing?
About that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
26?
Yeah, something like that.
Right.
I've never measured it, to be honest, so I can't tell you.
I'll let you borrow my setup station.
Yeah, nah. I'll
I
be
didn't
right.
start on the rear.
I've got 3 of them.
Can I borrow one?
Do you need one? The 10 scale off-road setup station. I've got a brand new Huddy one that doesn't get used.
Really?
Yeah.
Not surprised I've seen your cars.
Yeah. Don't need to. Don't have any issues.
No. Off-road, it's a little bit... well, you're not on a flat surface, are you? No. So it's more important your prep.
So on the rear hubs...
We've got pills! We've got pills and I'm so excited.
So they run a 0.5 standard. I actually run 1. So the insert...
What does this do?
What are you talking about?
It's the insert, mate. I just want...
The roll centre.
Yeah. So what feel... By changing it half a mil...
This is the setup we're at. I told you we didn't need the 0.5.
No, that's why I'm waiting for the ones. Jeez, shirty. Can I cut that notch off?
No.
Ooh.
That's there for a reason.
Right.
Oh my god. Minky whale. Notch to the top.
Notch to the top.
Yep.
Assuming that is the top.
Notch up.
Does it go
Notch
anyway?
outwards and up.
Ah, yep.
Outwards and up.
What's outwards and up?
When you look at the insert,
Yes.
when you look at the insert,
The one is outwards.
you will see the scallop, the curve,
Yes.
is off centre.
Okay.
The narrow part is the part that goes in. The wider part is the part that stays to the outside.
Yes.
Okay? And you've got a little dimple at the top that denotes
To locate it.
whether you have it up or down.
Yep.
Okay? Just helping you out there, Brett, because I know you're struggling a little bit.
No, I'm learning, mate, as I'm going.
Yep.
The rear drive shafts are assembled too.
That's awesome. One less job to do.
They don't trust you.
No.
Very
They-
good.
They just put them together like that. We need bearings and
Oh, nice big meaty bearings. What size are these? 13s?
5x13s on the outer and 5x10s inner.
It's good that they run a nice meaty bearing. Is it common in off-road?
Yeah.
I think the two-wheel drive has a similar bearing.
Yep. I think a couple of the others
Stadium truck too?
have. A couple of others have bigger bearings. You can get a 10x15 if you've got captive pins. You know what I mean by that?
No.
Captive.
We've got crush tubes in there.
Yeah, captive drive shaft bins. So you grab a drive shaft.
Yeah. Oh, we've got some shims on the back.
So we should have 2 shims on each drive shaft.
Shim shim.
Shim.
Shimmity shim. These are all the same thickness.
Yes. I'll swap you.
You can use that one.
Yeah, I'll take this one. And then the bearing. 2 shims. That's so the drive shaft doesn't fall out the out drive at full droop, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Don't you just set your droop up? These
Hey.
don't have droop
No,
screws, do they?
No, they do not. Apparently the new HB does. The 10 scale.
I'd love that. You
Oh.
know, I'm all about the droop. Oh, crush tube.
Yep.
Do not forget the crush tube,
yeah,
people.
Can I have one too?
No? You've got yours.
No, I haven't. No crush tube here, mate. Sorry. No crush tube here.
Crush tube there.
I think we need to build a HB
I'd like that.
just to see what it's like. Don't tell Nick we're going to do it though.
No?
No. He doesn't need to know.
Doesn't need to know.
No.
And that's the thing about these builds, Simon. We've built a few now, and they haven't all just been one brand, have they?
No.
I think we'll build an AE next.
Really?
I was going to say that.
Yeah, why not?
What are we going to do with it?
No. I'll give it to Nathan. He's got a car. I don't know. I'll raffle it.
Really?
Oh, I don't know. Just talking out loud, mate. There might be a client out there that wants us to build their car.
Wow.
You know, that could be a thing moving forward. Who knows? Might have a frog to build, or who knows?
Well, looks like Nathan's the first client.
Yep.
He's probably going to be disappointed. You know, the first thing he's going to say to me when something happens, "Oh, you put it together."
You're going to change the shock oil in this thing 3 times before it even hits the track the first time. I know you.
5.
And the wheel, I know you just throw it on the carpet. Your carpet at home must be putrid. Did you,
The carpet in the backyard's cleaner than the house.
Is it?
Oh, I don't have it in the house. Got polished floorboards.
But you have a racetrack in the backyard.
Yeah, we haven't used it for a long time.
Well, it's because you got no mates.
True.
I keep dropping rubbish and staples on the new car. It's a bit disrespectful. What are we doing?
I'm waiting for you to catch up.
I am just opening the next packet that I saw.
So we need to put on the rear hubs. We need to put on the, what do you call it? What do you call them?
Shock nuts.
No.
The rear hub?
The brackets.
The rear hub?
The brackets.
What brackets?
The brackets for the ball stud. There. The camber link mount.
Camberlink mount? It's funny how they're 2-piece now, isn't it? I don't know, it's
What's 2-piece?
the hub. The hub used to just be a piece
But
of plastic with holes in it.
This is adjustment.
No, they used to have adjustable holes on it.
On this particular part, with moving back to tie screws, these come loose. Running tie screws on this part, they come loose.
Are they threading it into
Aluminium. I think it's just because of the load, like the high load on them.
Realistically, they're probably stretching a little bit.
Yeah. So I run the steel screws. Okay. And take notice of the aluminium bracket. You've got a nice beveled edge which is upwards.
Beveled edge up.
Yeah, bevel up.
What screws have we got there? These ones.
Yep.
Have we got washers in there?
No washers.
No washers. Just raw dogging it straight in.
Just smash it straight in there. And with no regard at all.
And you don't lock like these either.
Nope. No
The beauty
Loctite.
about these hubs is I can't see you breaking hubs anymore. I don't know, is that a thing? Like,
We've broken one hub.
it used to be quite a thing to
It
break
was
a
a
hub.
pretty horrific crash though when we broke it.
Was it?
Yeah. I think he got gold in the Olympics for the most pike position, turns, rolls, etc., etc.
Tied itself in knots.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't seen me with a 5.5 turn in it yet.
Just let me know what day you're going. I won't.
Because they'd be like, Simon, did you build this thing or what? It's just falling apart on me. Turn 1.
Yeah. Yep. That's right. I've taken the piping out, everything else. Still falling apart though.
What's happened? Ooh. And we've gone the long hole in the back.
Yep.
So we're getting a little bit more...
We want the back to hang on a little bit more than the front.
Yep.
We want the front to release and the back to hang on a bit better.
Yep.
Otherwise, because of the sheer pace and velocity these things are travelling, it'll just let go violently.
They let go in a rather big hurry, don't they?
So can I have the left-hand arm?
That's L.
Jeez.
And this is...
What are
oh
you
no,
just-
they're L5. They're both L5s. Sorry. In the bin. L5 is long 5, isn't it?
Yeah,
There's
so you should have
S5.
R
R.
and L. R and L. And I've got L.
You got a L.
Yeah, you got RL. I got L.
You okay, mate?
I just have a
And we got some spaces here.
Yep.
What are we doing? Short, long?
Middle.
Where do you like to start? Front or back?
Whichever way works.
Well, they're captured in both sides with the hinge pin,
Yep.
which is nice. Some cars only capture one side. I don't trust them.
Really?
No,
Why not?
because I think 2 sides is necessary. I'm sorry for being prudent.
You're sorry for being a prude.
Well, that way you can work on the car from both sides.
How you going there?
Going good.
You're under control?
No, you can't control something that's out of control, mate. I think Nathan's gone shopping. washer falls out of here, I'm not going to hit the end of it. Is that right?
Well, I'm just wondering why it's taking you so long.
Because someone's got the 1.5 mil.
There we go. So once again, referring back to the manual, there's nothing secret here. There's nothing, you know...
Secret squirrel business?
There's nothing special. So the only slight difference I run is a different position in the hub height. That's it. We built with that.
And what's that in aid of?
Just a slightly higher roll centre.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all. And that's
that'll
purely
track anyway.
You just beat me to that. It's purely because of what we run at our track. Okay?
And you'd call it a fairly fast high grip track.
Yeah. So they're all assembled.
You got the shock nuts?
The shock nuts? What shock nuts?
These ones go on with the shocks today?
The inserts?
Yes.
They're not nuts, they're inserts.
Oh, okay, so it actually threads into the arm.
Well, I would call them an insert. Or let's just see what Yokomo has technically labelled them.
It's okay, mate. We can move it. We don't need to bore people with the details. Oh, pills!
Pills.
I'm excited by pills. We're talking blue and red pills. No. Nan's pills. Monday's pills. Tuesday's pills.
Well, you've got one of those boxes that's got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and all that stuff written on it.
Well, I borrowed it from Nan.
Yeah.
She hasn't been the same since.
I wonder why. Jeez. Alright. Rear pills. Front pills.
Are they on the same tree?
All sorts of pills. They're the same pill, front and rear.
Well, that's handy.
Yep. So you won't need any of the ends.
Where's your texter?
Not here. Where's yours?
I have got one.
Have you taken it home?
Yeah, I got this one. Yes, I have.
What colour is this one?
Chrome.
Ah.
It is factory plus. Looks like a beveled edge.
We're not doing chrome.
Why?
Because we want white. I'll do them after they're in the car. Okay? So we're just going to go...
Your OCD is going to be the death of you, my friend.
Really?
What pills do you want me?
Tell you what have you been doing here, mate? Where's the B block, by the way? Did you put the B block in? Or did you just throw it in the bin?
Did you miss a step?
I didn't miss nothing, mate. To be or not to be?
This is the question.
Yes.
Yeah, we're getting that one machined or something.
No.
Falling out.
No. It's gone. Where's the B block? Back in the box.
You can't be trusted with this box.
Oh, look at that. There's the B block.
Or is that A block?
Hang on. No, that's B.
Is it?
That's the birdie beetle block.
Where's the A block? With the B block. Have you got the A block there and you're not telling me?
Excuse me, I need the driver.
Oh.
We've
Nathan!
just had a slight malfunction here, people. No, we don't want that.
That's for the D
I
block.
need the 2 mil driver, please.
At least you know how it comes apart now. It's good seeing you actually put one together. You've really got a good feel for it.
I've done a chassis swap in 35 minutes.
I'm not asking you to swap the chassis, mate.
Remember that?
Mm.
That was rather rapid.
Somebody broke a chassis.
I know.
Being a heathen.
Just tell you what.
No. Something about a screw, and now there's something about a crack, and there's something, there's some swear words. Next minute. You want to put the pill in there first?
No. Why would you want to put pills in there?
How's it look? So we need the A blocks too, yeah?
The A block and the D block.
Alright,
We need all the blocks.
that's what I thought. Not. Oh.
What? What's wrong?
I'm looking for.
This particular B block we use steel screws because this particular
That's the A.
spot, right?
That's a D. There's a C block. Is a C block in there?
No, the B's in, the C's not.
With the B. Just putting it
The
out
C's
there.
in, the D's not.
Yeah.
Sorry, my mistake.
That's okay. You're allowed to have one.
I was just saying, with the B block, we run steel screws because it's the block that gets all the smashing, like hammering when the front end's landing. Like it gets a lot of. So I don't run tie screws on the B.
I would.
I don't run them on the B
What
or the D, but on the A and C.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
What?
a lunatic.
What?
I just wouldn't run them
What?
at all in
What?
there.
What? What's your problem?
I just wouldn't.
Hey?
I just wouldn't run them at all in there
Why? What's your problem?
because I'm just too soft.
Well, a bit like the screws.
That's why I would run steel. The steel is just a little bit harder. They cop it. They're going to get full of mud. You take them on and off a lot. They can stretch in the alloy. But you do you, boo.
You sound just so
Bitter.
like.
So that's why I'm scared to
It's
wreck.
just feels like so. But Nan,
Bum, bum, bum. Oh, that's
now-
good. I need a bumper bar. Where is it?
now the B block's in the car where it should be.
That's what we want to say.
The pills.
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 Which pills do you want?
I want
This is going to be funny.
0.5 centre out.
0.5 centre out. .5 centre. You put it out.
2 of.
Okay. Yes.
And how? Well, I'm just trying to remember what Nathan preferred in the front end because he actually in our pill positions, both our cars are different.
Are they?
Yes, what I like, he does not. So, because he's very aggressive, I like my car to be quite smooth and calculated, but he likes the car to just like come in and with lots of understeer, and then he just gets on it and comes out. So, where I don't.
So he'll run a higher A block. He'll run a 1
I'm just
with a bit of sweep.
one down. No, one down.
1 down.
Yep.
So he runs less cars, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
I wouldn't have thought that. I would have thought that's the exact opposite of what you were describing.
No.
What? I'm not arguing. I wouldn't do that.
So 0.5 out on the rear.
Now you're putting that in with a driver. That's an odd move, Simon.
It was very easy though.
0.5.
It had no resistance.
So what you're
And-
saying, you got it facing out and just... That's a good trick. Not damaging it, not
No,
hitting it.
That's a 2.5. I actually have a 3.5 mil arm reamer. Because they're 3.5 mil shafts, the pill goes on the arm reamer absolute perfect.
Yeah.
And just push it in.
Push it in nice.
Yeah.
So I think that's not too bad though. But anyway,
No.
I think
So
you
that's
did well
done.
there.
That's done.
Well, not really.
So-
The A block's not on and the
so-
hinge pins aren't in, but
Is that the right arm?
that's the rear and that's the front. So I'm saying no. No, Simon, it's not right.
Hinge pins. Hinge me.
I'm unhinged. Is that for me?
You are unhinged.
Oh, there's my new bumper bar.
You don't get a bumper bar.
Apparently I'm not worthy.
Hey?
No, not worthy. Too much weight over the front. Oh, more spaces. You know what this means?
You're going to lose them.
Yeah. There's going to be some swearing. There's going to be some editing. There's going to be some anger coming from your side of the table, no doubt.
Just chuck the ones in, so that's all the way down,
Yep.
which
Now you've got the pill calculator. Are you going to talk to people about that?
the
Because
pill
that was a two-wheel drive one, so you can't assume that people are going to watch both.
well, the pill calculator.
In the book. Do you want me to zoom in on that?
Let's just
Is that, or do you want to do it on your phone again?
no. Let's just stick the arms in.
All right.
Okay.
How do you want the spaces?
What do you mean? How do I want the spaces? How the book says.
Okay. Just move your hand so I can see the book.
So we put the so we put hinge pin in
Yep.
with one shim on the front of the hinge pin.
One shim.
Not a black one either.
No.
Just
that's
the
a
silver.
spacer.
Just the silver Nice thin silver one.
Thin Lizzie.
I have noticed.
Hinge pins are the same front and rear.
Hey?
Hinge pins are the same front and
Yeah.
rear.
Yeah.
That's a good touch. No?
Well, you only need to buy one packet of hinge pins to do all four corners. You know
That's
what I
right.
mean? Look at that.
I'm looking.
Smash that in.
We need some steel screws because we don't like tying the A block. Well, actually, we do. We run tie in the A block.
No, we're just going to chuck some steels in because I'm actually out of ties.
And you're listening to me.
No.
Or, yep.
Oh, no, there's one.
You agree with me?
No, I don't.
That's okay.
I do not agree.
You're allowed to, mate. Sometimes
No.
it will not hurt you
No,
initially.
no.
Initially, oh, it's gone a bit winky wonky. I've got some spaces.
Look at that. Right, let's pill calculator.
Pill calculator.
Use
Man,
zoom.
Oh, that's good. Are you looking?
Oh yes, look at that. Do you understand what's going on here?
Yes. So we have a 0 measurement across the centre plane.
Yep. But where are we starting?
So where did we put in? You tell me. I can't remember what we put in. We put
can't?
0.5 out. Is that right?
0.5 out centre.
0.5 out centre. So this pill
Which
here.
is here's your centre row.
Yep.
This is your centre line.
Yeah.
Okay. So
0.5 out.
yep, which is here.
Yep.
Yep. Which adds plus 0.6 millimeters
Of
to
tread.
the track
Yep.
width. Okay. But
Yes.
what else would you like to know?
Well, we also went 1 up.
Yep.
Yep.
But that doesn't tell you nothing on this one. This is only your width.
So the kick up is here.
Yes.
And this one over here.
So-
Are the people seeing this?
S-
So this is your kick
So
up.
you kick up here. So FF, that's the front of the A block.
A block.
The FR is the B block. So we went 1 down on the A, which
Yes.
is plus 1 degree. It's 10 degrees kick up in the chassis standard.
Yes.
Okay, so we've just taken 1 degree out of the chassis and brought it back to 9.
Yes.
If we leave the rear on the centre, which we did.
We did.
So we've gone out 0.5.
Yes. Which is
Okay.
the width. The other one.
Yep. And actually, no, we should have went out on the angle. Sorry.
And we've gone down
Yeah,
one.
no. Sorry, the front should have been on the angle. That
So
was
we've-
my mistake.
So we've added a degree of kick up. So it should be 11
yeah,
degrees.
no, but see, we've added a half. We've added 0.5 of kick of toe in on the arm. Should have been the other way around.
You're all
because-
confused.
No. Because we went 0.5 out.
Yes.
I'm just remembering on what Nathan likes in the front of his car.
Oh, okay.
Right, and I made a mistake.
You had me. Well, you're allowed to.
I've put in on the B block Nathan's setup, but on the A block my setup. That's what I've done.
So best of both worlds.
Well, not really. That'd be horrible.
All right. So what are we changing?
You need 1 out full angle.
1 out, full angle.
Yep. Full rudder left. All the way out on an angle. 45-degree angle. All the way down 1. Do you understand?
Yes. And they look like. Let's have a look at what the pill actually looks like.
I'll just...
You can do that assembly bit. So here is an angled one, an offset hole you can see here,
You can see...
and here is a straight up and down one.
You can see it's got 1 on it, and then the dot represents where the pin would
Sit.
is going to be.
Yes.
What you're actually doing.
Yes.
The other angle one?
I did just have it in my hot little hand.
It's okay. I just picked up the wrong one.
Don't do it wrong again, mate.
No,
there's an angle one. No, it's not. You've definitely got the angle ones.
I have now. So this is actually going to add that sweep you were talking about before, because Nathan likes that little bit of sweep.
Yeah.
Calms the car down, but still gives you all that steering at the end.
Yeah. More on power, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Bit of sweep. As the suspension compresses.
So there we go.
You know somebody else who likes that?
Who?
Matty Jenkins likes that in his on-road cars.
Does he?
Yeah. Sounds like lunacy, but that's what he likes.
Really? Good old Jenkins.
What else we got there, mate? What are you looking at? What are you finding?
Just having a look to see if
Are we going to do the C and D blocks?
We'll put the rear arms in. Yep.
Rear suspension installation.
Yep.
We're going to need some hinge pins and some pills. Alright, so what pills are we putting in the rear?
So what's standard? Have a look at the standard setup.
The standard one is one.
Here it is. Here it is.
Center one in, and center on the D block. So we're keeping same anti-squat.
So how many degrees toe? Suspension arm mount rear.
Yep, so center.
Center.
And then we're going to go for one in.
So rear front. So
Yep.
if you go one in, which is...
This one here is 2 degrees. One in. Yeah?
Yep.
And then on the rear mount, we go center. It's 1 degree. It's 2 degrees. Yep. So we can either go down to 2.5.
No. So center. You're looking at the wrong part. Talk about confused.
Oh my lord.
Center here.
Yes.
RF. Rear
Yes.
front.
Rear front.
Then center in the D block, which is the
Yes.
rear equals 2 degrees toe.
Yes.
Right? But if we go center, so we're all the way in 1.
Yes.
Okay, is that correct there? No, all the way in 1
Yep.
on the... They don't really show it that well. It'll end up being 3 degrees toe. It will be.
3 degrees toe.
Yeah.
So one in
sorry.
and one out.
Sorry.
If you go one in and one out, it's 3 degrees. If you go center and 1, it's 2 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah? And we've got anti-squat on this one over here.
Yeah. Well,
So we're not going to play with the anti-squat, are we?
no, I
We're going to keep it neutral.
yeah.
So we're going to keep it with the kit
But listen,
ones.
with this...
Do you want 3 degrees? It's a bit aggressive.
No, 3.
3? So we want 1 in and 1 out.
You can get a little confused with this. Go to the pill calculator on that app, and you just pop it in, and it just tells you straight up. It just gives you the information.
1 in and 1 out. We don't have 6 pills of the same.
What do you mean? What about them?
Ah! 1 in and 1 out. Do you know what you're doing?
No idea.
3 degrees. And we're going to be using approximately anti-squat of 0.5 to 1 degree.
Where's centre?
Center is center.
I thought we wanted centre for the rear.
Yeah.
They're not centre, they're ones.
Oh, sorry. I thought you wanted 3 degrees. To get 3 degrees,
Yeah.
we've got to have 1 in and 1 out.
No, we don't.
1 in and 1 out.
You sure?
3 degrees.
We've already changed the front. You're going off that.
Oh, you're an animal.
So just give me the centres. Okay, we're doing this opposite.
This is childish now. Childish.
Like I say, use the pill calculator and you won't have to deal with this kind of stuff.
Cooked.
Cooked
You've
alright.
absolutely cooked me, Mr. Healy.
I didn't cook nothing, mate.
What about the rear suspension blocks? Spaces.
The black ones.
Yes.
What about them?
How many of those do you want?
No, we don't want any of them. Get rid of them.
Alright.
I don't run them.
No?
No.
Never.
Oh no, I'm not going to say never, but our setup, we're not running them.
For kilo.
No.
Alright. Do you want them?
I've got hundreds of them.
You don't want to run them.
I don't want to run them. With the spacers,
I like your bumper bar.
one spacer at the front, one at the back,
Left.
right. I'll allow you.
What about the little spaces?
What about little spaces? One each at the back. Little shimmy dim.
Why have I got 2 shims left over?
I have got no idea.
Did you put them on the front?
course I didn't.
Okay. Sure thing. Sure thing, mate. I've got some spare shims for myself. That's good. Won't be needing this bumper bar, Nathan.
Oh my God.
What else can I take?
We need to do an inventory check on aisle 5.
That's going to be the end of the car. That's it.
Yep.
I'm going to get myself some turnbuckles and everything.
Alright, we need some steel.
Steel?
Tapered head screws, please.
Yep. And whereabouts are we finding those?
In the steel tapered head screw department. No, none there. Oh, well, there is, but they're wrong.
Are we doing 8 mils?
8 mils. We want 8 mils. We got 8s?
Nope.
We should have 8s.
Got some 6s. These and 6s for him.
They're 10s.
So,
What do you mean 6s?
Oh. There's one.
Have you eaten them all?
Yep. This is embarrassing.
There's 2 in here.
Well, that'll do for the moment. There's no need to get carried away, mate.
Yeah, I'm not at all. I'm just like,
Are you just admiring the carbon fibre? How smooth is it?
it's like the Zohan's been here.
Ooh. Bit of fizzy bubbly.
Silky smooth.
That's right, silky smooth over there.
I suppose you're right in for the happy ending.
Something about, what is it, Slappy Cocoa or something?
Yes, slapping cocoa.
Slappy Cocoa. Is that how you get your head on?
I just use a 12 volt cordless drill
Okay.
and some barbed wire.
It's looking good, mate. It's treating you well.
I don't know.
Rightio, keep going. Don't close the book on me now. Do not close the book. The arms are here swinging. It feels very floppy. I feel that we need some turnbuckles. When's that coming up? Oh! Not quite yet.
Turnbuckles.
Do some sway bars. Won't you sway with me?
Tell you what, how are we going for time?
It's time to do sway bars.
Really, I hate sway bars.
Really?
I do.
Why? What do you not like about them?
Everything.
Really?
Just everything.
I really thought you would love them.
No.
Well, do you want to leave this to episode 3?
Well, just.
Do you want to do the turnbuckles?
I think we should chuck a
sway
couple
bars?
of turnbuckles on it, so it's
but
not
it's-
flopping around.
You're missing steps then.
Am I?
Well, the sway bars are next.
Turn the back a page.
Yeah, still sway bars. There's still sway bars here.
Well,
Oh!
ooh,
And then we're into shocks.
shocks next episode.
We're going to do some Healy hoppers. So how about we leave... Because then it's just going to put the wheels on. Yeah?
Oh, you're hard work.
How about we just do the sway bars, the turnbuckles, and the shocks next episode, and we're done.
This is going to be a 3-episode build.
Yep, and then you can bring it back in, we'll throw it on the setup station that you don't use.
And I want to do burnouts on this white table. With your tyres.
I've got some in the car down here. You should see the way I've got them sourced up, mate. Alright.
What a mess.
That is episode 2 of the YZ4-SF2.
Yeah, we're not going to do those sway bars tonight.
No, I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. Seems like a bit of a struggle tonight.
It's the middle of winter. The weather's absolute crap.
And admittedly, it's not a kit build.
No, it's
So
not. It's not
we
just
have
like.
put a lot of racing parts on this car. So it's not. We've got the titanium screw kit going. We've got the parts from Berserk.
Yep.
full
And we've had
standard
to
arms.
find some bits that I'd say you've probably raided. Why I haven't been around.
Yeah, well, I have been to the track, so there's a good chance that I needed some of those parts.
And I'm kind of a bit burnt out because I've refurbished your car.
What are you trying to say?
Well, it was disgusting.
Well, I'm going to need to double check it, obviously.
You will. So, and I put too many bits on it.
Alright, guys. Well, thanks heaps for watching. That is episode 2 of the YZ4-SF2 build.
How long did we go for?
We went for about an hour and a bit.
Jeez.
That's right. That's exactly right. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm Brett from Hearns, and this is Simon Healy.
And we'll be back.
We will be back. Thanks for watching.
Right, guys. See you later.